Mentorship made me broke. Spending over $50,000 on mentorship alone made me broke. Yup, I said it. I said it what people aren't willing to tell you, but I will, especially in this video. And make sure you stay to the end because I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do when you get into mentorship. I maxed out the credit cards. Shoot, me and my partner spent over 6 figures alone just on mentorship. I felt like I maxed out my resources, but I needed more. And honestly, it was the best decision of my life I could have ever made thus far. Investing into multiple mentorships didn't directly just teach me how to run a business. It taught me the power of investing. It taught me the power of discernment. It taught me the power of hiring myself to be the executive of my company, of my business, of my brand, of my mindset. And of course, hiring the right people. The right people. And so now I don't do it all. Like, I hire the experts so quick to build my ideas because it's just essential. The time we talk about in our videos, we're never getting back. And because now I know how to invest or know who to invest in or how to vet the person of discernment and what that looks like, I'm ready to pay every and anyone to get the job done. Okay, now we know we have to budget, and let me know if y'all want to see a video on budgeting when it comes to businesses, relationships, transactions, all of the sorts. But knowing how to be ready to onboard, to hire, to get into the mentorship and actually use the resources in the mentorship to take you to a higher level, that's how we got broke. That's how we expedited our growth. That's how I personally understood what, where, and who I needed to get there faster. So let me explain about what I mean by get there faster. For example, I'm barely like, let me go do something from scratch because I personally know I do not have or don't have the capability to make any more time in my schedule that I already have. And building an empire, I need partners. I need people I can trust. I need to cultivate a group that will help the empire be built, the dynasty be divined. And so those trusted partners and credible sources, not only are they coming from the mentorships or they are the mentors themselves, but it puts me in the place in the room to be around the right people. How often have you heard somebody say, man, these whatever the type of people, there's people in the world, people suck, da, 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 da. How often have you heard people say that? Or how often have you said that? Because let's be real, I've said that too before I became the person that I am now today. And that just goes to say, when you're in the right rooms, when you're in the right mentorships, when you're putting yourself in the right networking and the right events, like the events that's coming up in July and August, y'all know our annual charity event and our Golden Carpet Award ceremony in New York 2025. Make sure you're there. I'm gonna put the RSVP in the description link below. But essentially, putting yourself in those rooms, you're no longer around the shitty people. You're no longer, and let me not say no longer because respectfully, you're gonna come across the people that shouldn't be doing business, but somehow, some way, they're still here. And that's okay because being around the like-minded individuals in mentorships, you're able to cultivate a discernment amongst great people. So even though some people may not have great actions all the time, you're still in a room and a network around people that have great intention or great capabilities or want great things to come from them. And we all know faith without works is dead. So let's just make sure that's very clear, okay? I'm not saying hop into mentorship and everything is going to be perfect, crystal, and all the relationships are golden, unless you're with the Golden Impact. Make sure y'all RSVP to the event to find your match. Invested into programs that we pay $1,000 for. Then the next program we paid $5,000 for. Then the next program we paid $10,000 for. I'm sorry. Then we paid $5,000 again, and then we paid $10,000, and then we paid $30,000. And it's like, these numbers, when it comes to your mentorships, yes, For somebody who has never invested into mentorship, it may seem like it is a lot, but in all actuality, investing into yourself, investing into your skill, into your craft, into your vision, there's really no price on it when you actually create the dynasty, the empire, the relationships, the trusted network that you really want or really need to cultivate to even sustain it. Because just as quick as you get it can be just as quick as you lose it. But the mentorship that we've invested in has made us a broke idea that without mentorship, I would not be in the place I am today. And where is that, you may ask? With 2 teams, with investment properties, with storage facilities, with profitable YouTube channels, for clients, with avenues, stocks, and IUL, life insurance, all of these avenues that are cash flowing assets, that are investments, that are bringing me ultimately joy now and in the long run, because knowing that I'm not put in a position to be told, hey, you can no longer get this amount of money. Hey, you can no longer work here. Hey, you can no longer speak to this type of person. Hey, you can no longer associate yourself with us, has put me in a peace mindset. So I want to ask you, what would you pay for peace? Like, what would you actually pay for peace? And when I say peace, I mean the mindset to know that what I'm building is a dynasty. It is an empire. It's already being formulated. It's already being strengthened. It's already here. So I want to know, how much does peace cost to you? Like, put a number in the comments. I want to know, how much does peace cost for you? And if you say priceless, cool, but also put a number on it. Like, you can say priceless, but also if you have to put a number on it, like, let me know how much your peace costs. Because for us, it's whatever it costs, and it's not the price. There's a difference between a price and there's a difference between a cost. What is it costing you not to be successful? What is it costing you not to reach the certain amount of audience you want to reach? What is it costing you not to believe in yourself? What is it costing you not to communicate and network and join mentorships to help cultivate the actual mindset that you need to carry all of this out? And if you need help with discerning what mentorships to join, just check our description link below, because all of our mentorships that have a link that you can join is below. And those that you can't, just message us and we'll be able to at least point you in the right direction, because even mentorships that we've joined to this day are exclusive, because the mentors that we've been able to discern between, they don't want any and everyone coming into their program, right? Especially our mentorship with DMU. Like, there are certain criterias that come along the way, but when it comes to becoming broke, like, I'd rather go broke investing in my skill, in my mindset, and in my creation than go broke and work 20 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours a day, come home and be miserable with a broke mindset, a broke pocket, and a broke paycheck that's going all to Uncle Sam. Shout out to Uncle Sam. I'll pay you. Don't do that. If you don't pay your taxes, please do. This is the best advice I can give you. Get a tax preparer, get a financial advisor, get an accountant. I'm not one of them, but I do have them. All three, okay? But it's just so important to know that when I wasn't in mentorship, everything seemed blurry. Everything seemed as if I only had one choice. But when you join mentorship, you now create avenues, relationships. Y'all know y'all on the golden impact. These are golden relationships. Golden relationships come from golden transactions. And that's exactly why we went broke, to get into mentorship, to change the trajectory of our life. Now, broke is very subjective. So I'm not sure what broke means to you. What does broke mean to y'all? Let me know in the comments, because what's the song? I don't even know the girl. I don't even know. I'm not sure. I don't want to mess her name up, or if that's the wrong artist. But the song that's like, brokey. Brokey. Like, what are you going broke for? Are you going broke to impress somebody? Are you going broke in a relationship? Are you going broke in constantly eating out? Are you going broke in telling yourself you can't? Because that is all of the brokes we want to get rid of. That's the brokery we don't want. right? The broke, going broke is subjective, but it's also a decision. You're deciding where you want to invest your funds, your money, and your time, and your feelings, and your mental into. So if you can go, you know, oh, I'll die for this, or I'll die for my kids, or I'll die for this. Well, why can't we go rich for our kids? Why can't we go rich for this? Why can't we go rich for ourselves? Why can't we invest for our kids? Why can't we invest for ourselves? Like, that's ultimately that broke mentality of, what am I actually willing to go quote unquote broke for, right? And I just want to be very explicit. Broke for me is not $0 in the bank account. Broke for me is not outside homeless, right? The reason why we do this is to help those that are actually in that place, because the Golden Impact is here to impact everyone and every life and every soul and every being that wants to be bigger than who they are, and provide the golden carpet awards for them, the space to do that in every August. Provide the basketball charity event and the space for them to give back to charities, churches. We gave back to Belize. We gave back to school drives. We gave back to Haiti. Like, all of these events and these avenues from the Golden Impact, to bring it full circle, is just a perspective of what it means that you will go broke for, you will invest for, you will dive into, to really take the risk, because everything is a risk. Whether you're waking up and going to a job, whether you're waking up and staying in a same relationship, whether you're waking up and getting into a new relationship, whether you're waking up and investing in your business to the last $100 in your account, everything is a risk. But guess who has control of the risk? The same person that is deciding if they're going to invest in, if they're going to go broke for this ultimate goal, this ultimate dream, this ultimate sacrifice. And I know it could seem easier said than done, but guess what? In order for you to feel real, you have to speak it, and you have to speak on it, and you have to always be constantly articulating your message towards it. How do you think that people get better with sales? How do you think that people get better with communication? How do you think that people get better with understanding? It's being able to speak on what it is that you seek. And so I'm not saying that your niche, your business, your brand, you don't put the work in. You just invest into a mentorship, because you do have to put the work in. The mentorship is there for a direction, is there for a research, is there to guide. I'm talking about, once you establish what it is you want, who you're helping, and literally who you're out there doing it for, it allows you to make your dreams clear. And that clarity is what is amplified by the mentorships that we went broke for. The clarity, what is it? I can see clearly now. Okay, I don't want to get a copyright, all that, but you know what I mean? Like, that clarity is ultimately the first step of amplifying everything that comes after that. And I'm not saying that, all dreams are going to happen overnight for you. Like, this video isn't Disneyland, right? Or Disney sponsored. It's real fucking life. Like, it's real life. The risk is smaller when you're able to invest into your skills, into mentorship, and cultivating great habits, because you see them daily. You meet weekly. You meet daily. The people in the mentorships take you from self-doubt to a feeling of wealth, if you let it. And so, yes, when it comes to the actual mentorship, there are constant training, constant checkups. And again, the discernment is really what's going to help you or stop you from growing completely broke, whatever broke looks like to you, completely broke, to knowing that this mentorship is for me. And it's not just because I see somebody else doing it, but the business, the mentorships, the investments, they actually allow yourself, as the business owner that you really are, to be all that you can be. Mentorship gets you to that point. It eats away at the resistance that you are constantly battling with the self-doubt, with the self-sabotage. We should always be building, because that's exactly what having a business is. Building, investing, taking on opportunities to reach over what's in front of us right now, to reach the bigger dream, to believe in the bigger dream, to see that actual vision that we are seeking. So for us, if putting our money into mentorships meant every time that we would be held accountable, we would be celebrated, we would be reassured, we would be pushed, and we would have the environment of being around 20, 30 multimillionaires and you being the next one, or even 2 millionaires and you being the next one, billionaires, 1 billionaire and you being the next one. If that's what joining mentorship meant for me every time, then I'm going to do this. And this is a best kept secret, especially in the Black community and especially as women. Because when I see women come into the mentorships I'm in, they're the ones dominating. Okay? Like, let's be for real. Men come in as well, but I really want to point out the fact that in our Black community, mentorship is too hushed about. And that's why this video is here, to make noise that investing in yourself, investing into mentorship will put you at the next level that you need to be at, as long as you let it, as long as you allow it, and as long as you believe that you can get there. Now, there's a long list of mentorships, right, that we've invested in, that other people have invested in as well. And there are ups and there are downs. Just leave a comment and let us know. But ultimately, we personally had to get out of being cheap in order for us to be rich. I didn't say stop being frugal in order to be rich. I said we had to get out of being cheap in order to be rich. So let's talk about it in this video right here. Because what does being cheap really mean? Especially in business.